Hey guys, throughout the day, we've been traveling around San Antonio trying to get a picture of what things look like, and this is the way I've looked for most of the morning. With wind chills below zero and temperatures and snow all over the place, it's been very easy to be very cold. But right now, we're on the side of Loop 410 here in San Antonio. Remember, this city's made up of really two big loops, 1604 and then the inner loop 410. And cars are on 410 right now. It seems like they've opened that up for now. We're heading west, but both directions we've seen cars on this roadway. We've also seen a couple of cars and a truck that have not been moving. They have had some difficulties on this roadway, as you see with this video here. But for the most part, this is what TxDOT and San Antonio PD want to see happen. They want to see cars on these roads as much as possible when the temperatures are nice, because that kind of gets rid of the snow, gets rid of the ice, and it clears things up. Now, everything changes when we get to nighttime and things start to get cold again. The sunshine's gone, and we could be in the exact same situation we were in this morning, but only time will tell. And everybody is still encouraged to stay off roadways as much as possible unless absolutely necessary. We will be continuing this storm, well, it looks like for the next couple of days or so, and well, putting our mask and our gloves and hats back on. But for now, reporting in San Antonio, I'm Brian Bose, Spectrum News 1. The situation of this storm has really changed over the past 36 hours. We started by talking about road conditions, even telling folks to enjoy the snow, get out there. We don't see it much. Make a snowman. Today, it's all about restoring power, and it's statewide, but especially here in San Antonio, we've had reports of 300,000 people in this city or in this county, Bexar County here, that are out of power or have had intermittent power, and sometimes 5 to 8 minutes at a time. We made our way across the city down to the south side of San Antonio, where most of the customers without power are located. In fact, about 4 out of every 10 people on that side of town are without power or have had that intermittent power where they have lost energy for 4 to 6 hours or longer at a time. We had the opportunity to actually go into the house of a resident on that side of town. Here's where he took us, and here's what he had to say.
This is what happens during the nighttime. We all layered up. We have like 6-7 blankets apiece, and we're all in one room since we don't have an AC unit going on anywhere.
And there's people, well, you can see them right there. These are your sons in the inflatable bed.
Yeah, these are my two boys. They're sleeping on twin beds, separate mattresses, but they're layered up on clothes and layered up with blankets on top of that.
Now, we want to stress that even though most of the cases of power outages are on the south side of San Antonio, it's happening citywide. We're downtown right now. We've seen some outages here and some people affected. On the north side, just north of downtown San Antonio, you see a lot of cases there. And CPS reported that some of the areas that haven't been affected can expect outages, and they won't be short. They said not the 15-30 minute variety, but you could probably expect at least a couple of hours without power. So it could be coming to a neighborhood near you if you live in San Antonio. Reporting from the Alamo City, I'm Brian Bose, Spectrum News 1. We spent the majority of the afternoon here in San Antonio kind of traveling around and connecting with people, really putting a face to what has happened over the past couple of days, what people have gone through during the storm, and now what they're going through after the storm. And that includes still people left without power, still people with no water, and sometimes both of those instances, food issues, water issues. I mean, you name it. We're here underneath the bridge at I-37 where the homeless have been dealing with problems. Now, we caught up with 2 separate women today in housing developments, and they kind of talked about what they were going through.
When the electricity is on, the water's off. Water's on, electricity's off. Electricity might stay on for 5 hours, then cut off.
So that's the only water you've had for the last 3 days or so.
Yes, gladly.
And we're not even hitting on the fact that you can't flush the toilets. That's just a mess in itself.
It's like an outhouse in there.
I really think the most interesting thing that we figured out throughout our travels today was that a lot of folks struggle, but they don't want to be on camera. They don't want to share their experience because there's a sense of embarrassment. And really, we can't figure out why that is the case. Folks, if you need help, reach out for help. We're all going through this, and remember, it is not your fault this is happening. We're here to help. A lot of people are here to help. Just ask for it. Remember, pride always comes before the fall. Reporting in San Antonio, I'm Brian Bose, Spectrum News 1. The second round of snow here in San Antonio brought us to a variety of different places. First off, we met up with people that were helping those in need.
There are places to stay if you are in dire need, and we will do all we can. If you're a volunteer, there's going to be places to volunteer for the next couple of days, even restocking the supplies that we spent during this time.
Then I got a surprise when I ran into someone I had met the night before that told me he didn't want any help. Folks getting picked up. Hey, I know you. Greg, right?
Yes, sir.
I met you yesterday under the bridge.
Yes, sir.
You're getting some help from these folks?
Yes, sir. They take me to the convention center where it's warmer and stuff.
As the afternoon continued, we continued to drive through the snow. We made our way all the way to the far north side of San Antonio, where we met some elderly people that had been without water for 48 hours and are just looking for answers why.
We look on the next door apps and neighborhood apps, and everybody's in the same boat. And we just want answers, and we also want water.
And we finished our day with maybe the feel-good story of this whole storm. Benny Rodriguez, his wife, puts on Facebook that he's a plumber willing to help anyone with their pipes for free. He gets thousands of messages. We finally caught up with the shy guy to kind of talk about the angel, the hero he really is.
We all need to be human, human help one another. When you can help someone, help them.
It's the end of day 4 for my videographer Mike Garcia and I, and this one probably got us, really got us more than any other, right in the heart, right in the soul. It spoke to the spirit of Texas, it spoke to the spirit of San Antonio, our city, and it spoke to the spirit of humans, human beings, and what they will do for others in their time of need. It brought a tear to my eye more than once. And we'll continue the storm coverage even if there's no snow tomorrow. Let's cross our fingers. Reporting in San Antonio, I'm Brian Bose, Spectrum News 1.